Hey guys, welcome back to my craft room and to another craft room chat. So today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you should not feel bad for throwing a craft item away. Something that you have crafted. Sorry, I know I sound weird. I've got this huge bug and I'm trying to get over it very fast. I don't think it's working, but so number one, just to start us right off the bat, the craft item that you have made has probably been well loved. So generally we make craft items to give away as gifts or to kind of serve a purpose as like a party decor or even just putting it as a decoration. So normally after a season is done or the party is done, or even if you feel like, just changing up the style of that room, your craft item has been loved. It's probably been seen by tons of people. You've seen it, you've enjoyed it. If you don't think it's going to hold up in a, plastic rubber tote, feel free to either donate it or just throw it in the trash, or, if it's recyclable, then put it in the recyclables. Number two is if there is a frustration that occurred during this DIY or this crafting, and you are constantly looking at this craft item and being like, oh my gosh, that part right there is so messed up, or oh, that took me, so long and it shouldn't have, then it's not really worth keeping a hold of, because you don't want to have a craft item that you hate. You want to have a craft item that you love, that you're going to enjoy every day seeing, or at least, during a season or a party. So don't feel bad, giving that one away or throwing it away. Okay, number three, moving on to better things. So if you make a crafted item and it just doesn't quite work out right, don't be afraid to, trash that one and make another one. So kind of like a prototype. That was your number one prototype. You can go ahead and make a number two and see if it looks any better, or if it, didn't cause frustration the second time because you figured out how to do it nicely, or you got all the tips and tricks down to be able to create it faster than before, and you actually love the item, then keep it. Don't feel like you need to keep it if you look at it all the time and you're like, because that's not the point of a craft. You want to love your craft. Okay, and then number four, less money. So if you spend money on party supplies, you are more likely to keep it in a box. Okay, I have so many people who do this, and I used to be one of them, because I don't want to spend money on, that My Little Pony banner for next year again. So, or like, okay, the Pokemon cupcake toppers that I just made for the community day. It would probably be more likely that I would save the cupcake topper if I had bought them, because I'll be like, oh, there's another community day next month, so let's keep them, even though it's unsanitary, because people are licking that kind of stuff. And then I would just put it in a box and keep it and reuse it. Ugh. Just the thought of, having something sit for a month, even if it's in, a nice plastic tote, you still don't know what could happen to it. Because if you live in a house with someone else, they could be sticking their grubby little fingers in there. So I don't like the idea of, if you're having a party and you buy something, then you need to keep it. So DIYing it is easier, because then you're like, oh, I can just throw it away, because, I didn't spend much money, usually, on DIYing it, because I used my, stash, or just used Dollar Tree items. So it was that less money should hopefully entice you to be able to throw it out and, not have to risk germs and whatnot. So number 5, clutter creativity. Okay, this is a huge one, especially because I am in such a little space. You guys know I'm always trying to revamp my area. I can't hold on to something very long just because, well, it's a small space. I can't, afford to keep things long in one area for reasoning of it's just taking up space, and also it's taking up my mental space, because every time I see that thing I'm like, oh, I could redo that, or oh, I don't need to do something like that again, like I just did that. But if it wasn't there, I would be more inclined to work on something that I want to work on, because it's not there. It's not taking up you know a mental chunk out of my brain, and it's also not taking up a physical chunk because it's not there, and I'm not, stepping on it while trying to get a marker or, a roll of fabric. So that's another thing that's like one of the big things is, if you have a creative block, look around you, see what kind of projects are sitting around you. If they are, not what you love, then go ahead and trash them or give them away. Or, if you have to, store them in a tote till next year and use them. But, it's a gamble because you're going to want to create again next year something new. So I'm a big believer in, giving it away to Goodwill or the library or nursing homes, or if it's like scraps and stuff, to schools and whatnot. So just to keep your ideas flowing, you're not constantly stuck on what you just made, on what is kind of holding you back. Alright, so I hope that kind of, got you an idea of how you should not feel bad for throwing something away, or, just giving it away. I say throwing it away loosely, because I typically don't throw my things away, I give it away, but, people probably do throw it away, so, after they loved it. So, but that is my craft room chat for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are having a crazy day, good crazy, not bad crazy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.